Hey everyone, it's Alan Thornton here, President and CEO of St. John's Community Services, back with another episode of Advocates for All. And all month through September, we were highlighting our direct support professionals and people that are our heroes, the ones that are in the field providing services to people we support all across St. John's. And with me today is a very special guest, and it's Teresa. Teresa, it is great to have you here. I really appreciate you taking the time. I know that you are an incredibly busy person, so thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Alan.
So Teresa, just so that everyone knows where you're coming from, you are in Jackson, Tennessee, correct?
Correct.
And tell me a little bit about yourself. How long have you been with St. John's? And what do you do on a day-to-day basis?
Well, I'm a mother of 3 boys. They all grown, the young men. I have 13 grandchildren. I love kids. I love helping people. I started out doing, I worked in nursing homes and I did private sitting, left that, my kids were small, and went to the factory for more money. I did that for like 25 years. And I thought, I'm not happy. So after taking care of my mom and dad, they passed on. I came back, come to St. John, been here 3 years, and it's just like, it feels good. I love doing this type of work.
That's awesome. So before we get into what you do, 13 grandchildren, that is incredible.
Yes.
You must have your hands full when you're not working.
Very.
So what's the age range of the 13?
My oldest is 22, okay. And the baby, she'll be a year old the end of the year. So,
wow. Oh, congratulations! That gives you a lot of joy, I'm sure.
I do. They're a handful.
So, so help us understand, what do you do on a daily basis? How are you active in supporting the people that are in our care?
On a daily basis, I do just basically whatever they need for the assisted daily living. Some you have to do more than others, like you have to do their laundry, their cooking. You have some that cook themselves and, you help prepare. And it's almost like teaching your kids how to cook again. They ask questions and you do it. So it's fulfilling to me.
That's awesome. So you've been there for 3 years, and that was after 25 years of working in a factory and looking for something that it sounded like that gave you more meaning, that gave you more fulfillment. And it sounds like you kind of dialed into that you really enjoy the work.
Yes, I did.
So what is it about the people? What is it about what you do that creates that fulfillment for you?
Well, like I said, me and my sisters, we did take care of my mom and my dad. We kept them at home. And it's just like taking care of your mother and father all over again. You care for them, you love them. I'm about to cheer up, but you care for them and you love them and just keep them happy, happy and comfortable as you can.
Do you find
that's what I do for them?
What is it that you would want other people to know? Because a lot of times, if we're working in a residential setting, like if we're working in someone's home, people might not see what you're doing, right? Like they don't get an inside look. Sometimes when we're out in the community, people might sense and see who we work with and what we're doing. But what is it about the people that creates such emotion for you? What is it about the people that you love so much?
Well, just like where I'm at now, I have 2 guys, Mr. Raleigh and Mr. Leroy, nonverbal, of course. And it's a joy, like Mr. Leroy here, he, like I said, nonverbal, but when I walked in this morning, he just showed he got his teeth still. So he just showed all teeth. I'm like, what are you smiling at this morning? And he'll bounce and, because he walk around and I dance with him. I just have fun with them,
That's
and they love it. They love it.
And so that you're bringing joy into their lives. That not only are you getting a sense of fulfillment, but clearly by the reactions that they in their communication with you, they're showing you that they love you too, that they love.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. And I tell people it's all about a lot. I learned a lot, which I had a little bit. I thought I had a lot, but I only had a little bit. But it's as you get into this field, you learn to have and develop a lot of patience, because you can't expect, you know, your individuals to do things like you would do it, as quick as you would do it. You know, it's about being patient and, you know, just going at their pace. And once you do that, everything goes smooth.
Yeah, and so just for some people that might not
It,
realize,
it
like,
does. It
so
flows really smooth.
we particularly in Jackson, you're working with individuals that may have intellectual and developmental disabilities, and so like you said, they may have certain levels of understanding or experience, and so the patience is being able to walk alongside of them and support them as they're learning something new. And then,
Exactly.
and probably my guess is, from your personality, the excitement also comes from when you see them accomplish and take on
Yeah.
something new on
Hmm.
their own. So so that's got to be incredibly rewarding.
It is. It is. It is.
How has it been, you know, managing through a period of the pandemic? I mean, we had to shut down a lot of visitation. We had to limit. We weren't going out at all for a while. I mean, obviously, with the risks of the coronavirus, we had a lot of restrictions in place. How was it helping the people you support understand and adapt to kind of the challenges of this time?
Well, a lot of them, like I said, the two I'm with today, nonverbal, so they like walking. You could walk them outside. They're just outside their door.
Mhm.
As far as taking them anywhere else, they didn't get into that. They didn't, I guess, wasn't aware that they were really quarantined in, you know. So it made it easier here. You have some that I can't wait to, you know, to get out. I want to go somewhere, you know, just like this when I before I come here, I was working with another lady. Yeah, she likes going out.
Yeah, and
But yeah, I was kind of quarantined here
oh,
for about over a month, I think.
you were quarantined in, so you sheltered in.
Well, not quarantined living here, but just this house. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's yeah, and the reason why was because we were trying to limit the number of staff going in and out of homes,
Exactly.
because we
Yes.
realized that staff in many ways were the risk to the people that we were supporting. You know,
Yeah.
that, you know, they may not know that they had the virus and could be accidentally exposing people. And so that's,
Exactly.
you know, so you've probably taken on a lot, like extended shifts in order to be able to do that work, and that we so
Yes.
appreciate that, Teresa. I mean, that's
Thank you.
what our team of individuals that provide the direct care have done through COVID is absolutely heroic and just amazing, because you all have stood in the gap in so many ways to make sure that the individuals that you support are as safe as possible. And
Hmm.
frankly, we've been really fortunate, you know, in terms of, if you compare us against other providers, we haven't had the same level of COVID positive situations. And so I think a lot of that has been because our staff has been willing to take those extra precautions and
Yeah.
go the extra mile and work the longer shifts, and in some cases even shelter in place. So again, what you all have done is simply heroic. And so
Right.
thank you so much. Is there anything that you would want people to know, like in terms of whether it's going through this time of COVID or whether it's about the people that you support and that you get to work with? You know, someone that might not be as familiar with people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, or our work specifically, what would you have people that just might happen upon this video want to learn or want to know about either the work that you do or about the people that you support?
Well, I would want them to know that it is rewarding you know, like I say, you learn a lot. You learn a lot from them. Not, you know, not just what you bring in. They can teach you a lot. They can teach you a lot about yourself, actually. So it's rewarding. If you, especially if you love people. So if you love people, this is rewarding. I keep coming back to that word, and it's rewarding because it's a joy to kind of, you know, help people that really can't help themselves. And it's all about just helping and loving, you know.
That's
That's it.
No, I appreciate that so much. And it takes folks like you with that attitude to really help in a way that allows individuals to grow and develop, you know, because we're all growing and developing in some way, shape, or form. And we
Yeah.
all need help along the way to get there. So thank you for doing that so selflessly. And Teresa,
Thank you.
before we go, how have you been personally coping through this? Like, how have you been dealing with the last 5 or 6 months and managing to keep yourself centered and yet keep that joy and keep that compassion and love that's so evident that you have?
Well, it was kind of, I guess you could say, challenging for my grandkids more than me because I had to tell them, you know, we did video just like we're doing now. You know, they would do video and they like, Granny, you still, you know, I can't come over and blah, blah, you know. So it's been challenging, but I've been mostly working. When I get off work, I do my hot bath. I take my vitamins, drinking my orange juice and trying to take care of myself. Boys, essential runs, that's all I would do. I run, and that's when I get off at work in the morning. I just run, get what I need. I go home, not for long. Then I'm back at work. So it was kind of easy for me, and plus I'm old, so I didn't mind kind of staying in.
Yeah, it's been a real threat, obviously. And again, I'm glad to hear that you're doing well, and
Yes.
I'm sure you look forward to seeing those grandkids in person. And
Hmm.
and certainly, I just again want to say thank you for all that you do, Teresa, and all you've done through this time to keep people safe and to keep them living life, you know, in a way that they can
Yeah.
still grow and develop. You know, that's important. So thank you for doing such heroic, humbling, and just incredibly important work. So thank you, Teresa, and thank you for taking the time to join us today.
All right. Thank you, Alan. You too.
Take care.